This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 633 of Horse Tip Daily. A different horse tip, a different equine topic, a different equestrian expert every day. Horse Tip Daily brings the world of equine knowledge to you, one day at a time. Today's tip is brought to you by EquestrianCollections.com, the whole universe of horse shopping, delivered right to your door. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip is from Megan Ayrault. Megan is one of the leading authorities on animal massage in the country. She wrote the book Horse Lover's Guide to Massage. She also wrote the book Dog Lover's Guide to Massage. How about that? Megan is a licensed massage practitioner for animals and people and a professional educator with a master's in teaching degree from the Seattle University. Prior to her current bodywork career, Megan worked in schools with horses and enjoyed teaching therapeutic riding for children and adults with disabilities. The therapy horses, as well as her own animals, were her original motivation for learning about massage. Today's tip about massage and its influence on pain. But before we get to today's tip, let's hear a little bit from our sponsor, EquestrianCollections.com.
Hi, Glenn, back with you from the Horse Radio Network. I'm here with Debbie from Equestrian Collections, and we are highlighting a program you guys have going on this week.
Yes, this week I'm highlighting our Mount Up to Rewards program. When you sign up for this program, and you can do that on our website, www.equestriancollections.com, with every dollar that you spend here at Equestrian Collections, you earn a point. As soon as you accumulate 500 points, you will receive in your email a $25 reward certificate. It's a gift certificate that you can use at Equestrian Collections on anything that you would like. And it doesn't stop there. Once you receive your gift certificate, you start accumulating points again, so that the next time you reach 500 points, you will receive another $25 gift certificate. There's absolutely nothing you need to pay to get up on this program. As soon as you sign up, it's free and clear. It's free money.
I love the fact that for each 500 points, you get that $25 to blow on whatever you want. And for all of you horse wives out there, that's money your horse husband doesn't know about.
Perfect.
Where can they learn more? Is there something on the site they can get to, or?
Yes, on the home page at www.equestriancollections.com. At the bottom of the page, you'll see the rewards. Click a box, and you click on that, and there's all the information that you need to sign up. Or you can always call customer service at 877-872-4415. We're here from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, Eastern Time.
Now, enjoy today's tip. Welcome back, Megan, my favorite massage therapist. No, actually, the horse's favorite massage therapist from Seattle University. Are you one of those alumni that goes to all of the games and reunions and stuff?
No, actually, not in the case of Seattle U. That's where I got my teaching degree.
Oh, so you just don't care about them?
Well, I spent a year there, and it was a good year. But no, I haven't been a faithful alum.
You've not been a faithful alumni. You are not giving them thousands and thousands of dollars to support their football team. Okay. I often wonder, we should put that on our Facebook page sometime, is horse people who are alumni of universities, are they the give lots of money to the university types?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You think they
I'm
are?
not one of them.
Yeah. I got a sneaking suspicion horse people are not. Because they don't have any money.
We know where they're spending it.
Because they don't have any money. It's all spent on the horses.
Yeah.
You hardly ever hear about some university or another building a ginormous facility for the university equestrian team. You just don't hear about it a lot.
No, not a lot.
No. So let's step up, people. Next horse person to win a lottery, give some money to your university.
Start a horse program.
Start a horse program. That's great. I digress. I got you off topic before we even started today.
You did. Yeah.
Focus.
I almost forgot what I was going to talk about today.
We're talking about something about massage. I'm sure of it. What's it going to be?
Okay. I thought today I would share, because I have actually this past year had a horse with some chronic colic issues.
Ooh.
And I think they're getting resolved, but I'll keep my fingers crossed before I say that too much.
Yeah, don't jinx yourself.
But I thought I'd share some things that people can do with massage to support their horse if they are a little colicky, because I definitely found my horse very responsive. I will say, of course, this absolutely does not replace calling your vet. I always call my vet first, and that doesn't necessarily mean the vet is going to want to come out to see your horse. I find that often they'll talk you through, making some observations, and then they'll either determine they should come out to see the horse, or they'll say, suggest that you just watch for this or that.
Mm-hmm.
Call them
well,
back.
It's kind of like when you have the flu.
Yeah.
Chicken soup doesn't cure the flu, but it sure helps you feel better.
Oh, gosh, it sure does.
So this is going to be chicken soup for the colicky pony.
Yeah.
Just help him feel a little better.
Yeah, and it may be the case in telephoning with your vet. It may be the case that your vet never does have to come out if it's just a little gas colic or something and it passes. Or it may be something that could help your horse at least somewhat while you're waiting for the vet to get there.
There we go. So let's have at
also,
it. What do I need to know?
Yeah. Okay. Well, first of all, it's maybe good to know. Will be good news to listeners that there are actually really a lot of things you can do, and I do. One of the things on a very long to-do list of mine is to make more extensive, because I make online classes, and some lessons are free, and some are for more extensive are for you have to register and pay for the class and take the class. And I don't know yet what form this will be, maybe a little bit of both, but I do want to put together some more material on this topic, again, having been through a fair amount of it myself this past year. But I can share at least a few quick tips right now. One is that first of all, again, if there's anything that your horse finds relaxing or feels good, then go ahead and do that, because when you help your horse to relax and have something that's feeling good so that it's releasing endorphins, not only, the endorphins are helpful. It's basically a natural drug, right? And that's what the vet's going to come and give them, is a painkiller. And endorphins are a natural form of that. Maybe not strong enough for what your horse may need at the moment, but it's at least better than nothing. Mm-hmm. So anything that's releasing endorphins, but also when you help your horse relax, it stimulates their nervous system in a way that stimulates their digestive system. So a lot of times if they're in pain, some kind of stomach pain, which is all that you can really say colic is, mm-hmm. there's so many causes of it. And the question, hopefully you find out what the cause was so you can prevent it again, but all it really means is that your horse is experiencing some stomach pain. So when they experience that and tighten up, they tend to first of all, they get into a stress mode, opposite of relaxation, so the nervous system gets stressed, and that tends to shut down the activity of the digestive system. So you get into a vicious cycle sort of a thing, where things aren't moving along, whether it's gas or whether it's solid food. Mm-hmm. The gut slows down when mm-hmm. the horse is in pain. Mm-hmm. And so anything you can do to kind of restart the digestive system and start the juices flowing and start there's muscles in the intestine walls. Start them doing it's called peristalsis.
I always wondered how to pronounce that. So, okay,
yeah.
It's peristalsis. I always wanted to add an extra syllable in there, and it was unnecessary. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, relaxation, anything your horse likes, go ahead and go for it.
So if he loves his chin scratched,
yeah,
scratch his chin. If he has a tight neck and he just gets all happy when you massage the tight spots on his neck, mm-hmm. a good time to do it. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. One thing that I've found my horse did respond very well to is also just a very gentle side-to-side rocking with my hands on the croup, or the top of the rump.
Really?
which is the horse's sacrum. Now, right under there, right inside the pelvis of the horse, is an area where if it is an impaction colic, it is a common area of the body for the impaction to occur. I don't know, and at least a couple of the times my horse colicked this last year, there were impactions. But so I don't know if that's why, but in general, he would find it very relaxing, and often it would help him pass gas, and sometimes he would actually poop shortly afterwards.
And anybody who's ever dealt with colic, if your horse passes gas or manure, it's always gives us sort of a little shoo.
Yeah. Great sign. We love to see the poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you just you can put both hands right on top of the croup, right on top of the rump, and just very gently and slowly kind of just rock them side to side. And when I say gently and slowly, I'm talking, at first you might be moving your horse just a quarter of an inch. You don't want to be knocking him off balance. You want him to relax and enjoy this. You're just kind of getting them to kind of slowly and happily shift their weight from right foot to left foot. Now, I should mention that if your horse is quite painful, there could be a safety issue with this if they're kicking at their belly or kicking out in frustration.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm assuming that the listeners here are going to be mindful of their own safety and not work around their horse's hind end if it's not a safe time to do so.
Yeah.
But that's one technique that does work very well. And then another one kind of closely related to that, actually, and I'll often combine them and do them at the same time. There's an acupressure point. It's called Ba Wei. It's a point on the meridian that's called the governing vessel. The governing vessel, the whole meridian runs along the top line of the horse, right down the center. So there's not a right and a left in this case. It's just a single line through this meridian, the governing vessel. But it runs right along the spine and the whole top line of the horse from nose to tail. And one point on that meridian is called Ba Wei, and it's a soft spot right in front of your horse's point of croup. So the point of croup is the highest point, bony point of the rump.
That's the part that gets covered up when they're too fat.
Yeah, I was going to say, in some horses it's not as bony as others, but usually you can find it. If you might have to feel around for it, it might not be as visible in some horses. But there's a right about there, but usually just a little in front of that. There's a soft spot where there's a little gap, space between the last lumbar vertebrae and the front of the sacrum. And the reason there's a gap there is that, of course, the spine does still connect, but the way the spinous processes that stick up, they kind of go in different directions right there, so it creates a little bit more of a wider spot where our fingers feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a really powerful acupressure point, and it is one of the side effects or effects of using it frequently, whether your horse is colicking or not, is that they'll pass gas. But it's just a very strong relaxation point for them. So you can just hold a finger or two pressure there, or you can massage it, or you can have the palm of your hand over it, whether or not you're also doing the rocking that I described before. You can do them either separately or together. But that's a nice point. And again, especially for gas colic, that can be very helpful to your horse. Now, I'm sure we all can relate to this. If you have gas, as you're in the process of passing it, it can get pretty uncomfortable. So your horse might actually get more agitated, like some pressure might build up as it's on its way out. But then, so again, you have to be, mindful of your safety and watch out that they don't either step on you or kick out in frustration or something.
Yes, you have to know your horse.
Yeah.
Yes, if they're the fractious sort, you'll want to be extra careful. So that's a number of very useful and handy techniques for if your horse is feeling a little off, he's a little colicky, the vet's going to be there in 45 minutes. You may as well help him feel more comfortable. If he's standing there with that miserable look on his face and his lips are pursed and he's going, "This sucks. I hate this."
Yeah.
Because if he's feeling better, like you said, the chemicals in his body are going to react if he feels better. And why not help Mother Nature along the way and let his own body help him feel better as much as it can, so that if the vet does need to come out, you're at least a little bit ahead of the game. And you've also got a good idea of how your horse is really feeling because you've been putting your hands on him and watching him very carefully while you're doing these things. So that's a really useful little tip. And I would suggest practice this when your horse isn't colicking first.
Yeah. Well, when they're not colicking, and also keep in mind that after they have colicked and it's resolved, give them some massage attention because they probably got quite tightened up for some period of time. And it could have been hours or days even.
True.
They probably have some sore abdominal muscles and just a lot of the effects of stress that we feel. And then when you get some body work or some easy massage, it can really help kind of let some of that stress and anxiety go. And again, remember, if it's not appropriate for you to be around your horse's hind end, which it may very well not be, depending on how painful they are, and it might not be appropriate for you to even be near them. You might, if it's a bad colic, you might really have to wait for the vet and use the massage more as an aftercare. But if it's maybe safe to be around your horse's front end, but not necessarily the hind end, even though the specific techniques I just described in this one, there are, again, plenty of things you could do around your horse's front end, around, ears and mouth and neck and jaw, anything that your horse responds well to the relaxation is only going to help.
So the first one is the one to go to first. Something that your horse already likes. That's your go-to hands-on thing. Well, and you would use it and under other stressful situations, too, to help him relax a little bit, blink his eyes, and feel a little better. So tell our listeners, Megan, where they can find you and ask more questions.
Okay, yes. My website is allaboutanimalmassage.com. And so they can definitely find me there. My email is Megan, Megan, at allaboutanimalmassage.com. So they can also email me. And they can email me with questions about what we talked about today or anything to do with animal massage. And, if they're interested in a class or a lesson with more on this topic, like I said, that is going to be something I hope to make in the next few months. And so they can email me and see if that's ready. And also I have online classes for dog and horse massage, and I would love to offer Horse Tip Daily listeners an ongoing 10% discount for those. So you can always contact me about that.
Right, Megan. Tell Megan you heard it here.
Well, I should say the rescue dog massage and the rescue horse massage classes don't get discounted. So the discounts don't apply to those because those are permanently discounted, basically, because of the topic. But yeah, I do sometimes offer specials to my email members that are more than 10% off. So they can also just sign up as an email member at the website allaboutanimalmassage.com.
Yeah. Cool. And for folks who are listening to this tip while driving down the road, while riding your horse, while cleaning your stall, if you go to horsetipdaily.com, which I'm sure you've been to before, we have links to Megan's website right there on the webpage, so you don't have to remember how to spell All About Animal Massage.
Right.
Just go to Horse Tip Daily, and right there on the page, on her experts page, we have all about Megan and where to find her on her website, and her free ebook, Animal Massage Consumer's Guide, and your regular old-fashioned book, Horse Lover's Guide to Massage. They're all available right there on the experts page. So thank you so much, Megan, for stopping by today and helping us out with some great tips on how to help your horse relax and feel a little bit better when he's feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah, well, thank you.
To listen to all of Megan's tips, just go to horsetipdaily.com, the experts drop-down menu on the left, And don't forget, support our sponsors here on Horse Tip Daily because they make these podcasts possible, and they're awesome. Today's sponsor has been EquestrianCollections.com. Visit them today and sign up for their incredibly rewarding Mount Up Rewards program. Please stop by the Horse Tip Daily Facebook page and let us know what you think of the tips you hear on the show. It's also a great place to tell us about topics you'd like to hear us cover on the show. You can subscribe to all the great shows on the Horse Radio Network through iTunes or Zune and get your horse podcasts automatically downloaded to your iPod, Zune, or MP3 player. You can also listen to the shows right on Facebook. The player's right there every day. I'll be back again tomorrow with another new expert and a different horse tip. Until then, go ride your horse! The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.